The falseness we live in as women is believing that we have high emotional intelligence. And setting the record straight, women have no emotional intelligence. The reason that as women we want to believe we have emotional intelligence is because we are emotional. Because we are emotional, as women, we want to think we have high emotional intelligence. But the truth is the fact that we are highly emotional is actually the biggest indicator that we have very low emotional intelligence, because being emotional is having no control over our emotional state, which is low emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence is the ability to be pragmatic, to see things realistically, and to make choices and respond to life not from an emotional place. It's the ability to be in control of our emotional state and operate in life from that place.
What's up, y'all? So, my friend shared this video with me, and y'all should have seen it in the beginning of this video. So, I saw a video that said, first of all, she came on the video saying, "Let me set the record straight." Like her response was going to be the end all be all. So I leaned in thinking that she was about to drop some stats, thinking she was going to drop some research. Instead, what I heard was a contradiction wrapped in insecurity. She said women have no emotional intelligence, then turned around and said we have low emotional intelligence. Which one is it? None or low? Okay, that's strike one. So me being the Virgo, I am your pick apart. I am your analyst, right? Um, Confidence check. If you can't deliver your statement with confidence, maybe you don't believe it yourself. Emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness, and she showed none. All right, that's my first point. My point two is the belief knock. Like you're knocking people's beliefs. She said women only believe we have emotional intelligence, but emotional intelligence isn't about belief. It's about measurable skills. It's about self-awareness. It's about regulation. It's about empathy. It's about motivation. It's about social skill. Point three that I want to make. Emotional does not equal unintelligent. Being highly emotional doesn't make you unintelligent. In fact, emotions are data. Emotional intelligence is how you regulate and use that data. So, listen. Here's a quick quiz. Do you have emotional intelligence? Do you have emotional intelligence? This is how you can just take a little quiz right now. Take this quiz and check in with me right now. Answer honestly to yourself. When you get upset, do you usually react immediately with no pause, or do you take a breath, reflect, then respond? That's question one. This is do you have emotional intelligence? Question two, if someone close to you is sad or stressed, do you usually get annoyed because it disrupts you? Or do you pick up on it and ask, hey, how are you doing? Number three, when you fail at something, do you usually blame others or shut down completely? Or do you reflect, do you learn and try again with adjustments? Question, pick it up. Number four, when in conflict, do you usually focus only on being right? Or do you try to understand the other perspective even if you disagree? Now, if you answered mostly B, congratulations. That's emotional intelligence, no matter your gender. Okay? So no, being emotional doesn't strip women of emotional intelligence. If anything, our emotions give us more tools to connect. It gives us more tools to regulate. It gives us more tools to lead. The real lack of emotional intelligence is dismissing half the population with blanket statements. Emotional intelligence isn't gendered. It's practice. And clearly some folks need more practice. Some folks need more practice. Okay? So I just want to break down what is low emotional intelligence versus high emotional intelligence. Low emotional intelligence and what it looks like. You're all over the place emotionally. You have no control over your emotional state. Every little trigger gets a response. You blame, you deflect, you lash out instead of pausing. Now that's low emotional intelligence. It's not about being emotional. It's about having no self-regulation. So high emotional intelligence. Now that's the opposite. Like she was right. You're being realistic. You're being pragmatic. You know how to pause, you know how to breathe, and you know how to respond instead of acting. You can recognize what you feel, you can put a name on it, and you can decide how to channel it. Y'all check out my book, Moon Baby Alchemy, How to Unfuck Your Emotions. Okay? You operate from a place of control, not chaos. So that's not gendered. That's growth. That's you being cracked open. So when she said women have no emotional intelligence because we are emotional, that's where the ignorance shows. Emotions are not the problem. Lack of control, lack of awareness, lack of regulation, that's the problem. High emotional intelligence is literally about how well you handle emotions, not how much you have them. So to say that women are disqualified because we feel deeply, that's actually backwards. Feeling deeply gives us more data, more empathy, and more awareness. The real question is, again, can you control it? Can you regulate it? Can you regulate it? Women believe we have emotional intelligence. Now you're knocking a woman's beliefs? Then she said the falseness we live in is believing we have high emotional intelligence. Then she said we actually have no emotional intelligence. Then she switched it again and said that we have low emotional intelligence. So which one is it? Is it none or is it low? Because you can't say both. That's a contradiction, number one. That's a contradiction, number one. So you could take the test. So I just want to be clear again. Being highly emotional does not mean women lack emotional intelligence. Our ability to feel deeply gives us that data, gives us that empathy, gives us that connection. The real lack of emotional intelligence is making these blanket statements about an entire gender without evidence while contradicting yourself in the process. Emotions are not our enemy. Lack of control, lack of awareness, and lack of self-regulation, that's the enemy. Emotional intelligence isn't about being less emotional. It's about knowing how to manage it. And clearly, some of us still need practice, and that's okay. That's okay. I just wanted to share that. Wanted to give my little input. But yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? But answer those if y'all want to take a quick quiz. Again, when you're upset, do you react immediately or do you pause or choose how to respond? When someone is around you, when someone is hurting around you, do you get annoyed or do you naturally check in on them? When life knocks you down, do you blame others and shut down, or do you reflect and come back with a lesson? Moon Baby Alchemy, How to Unfuck Your Emotions, available now, www.mondaybornmentality.com. What we talking about? In conflict, are you only focused on being right, or do you at least try to understand the other side? So again, if you answered mostly with the second option, guess what? You have emotional intelligence, and that's on period. Oh, please.